In this video, I'm going to be sharing a handful of financial lessons and takeaways that I have learned from playing Fortnite. In an effort to get that YouTube victory royale and make this video go viral, if you see yourself or someone you know get knocked or eliminated, it is your duty to share this YouTube video with them. So be sure to watch close to see if you are getting humiliated in this viral video, or if your buddy's getting eliminated in this viral video. So watch until the end. Let's try and get every single person knocked or eliminated in this video to get called out in the comments down below. Is the internet that powerful? My little brother just got me an Xbox for Christmas, so you know what that means. I have been gaming as much as possible so far this year. And our game of choice, Fortnite. In this video, I'm going to be sharing a handful of financial lessons and takeaways that I have learned from playing Fortnite. So if you have a spouse, partner, significant other that doesn't think that gaming is a good investment of your time and thinks that you should be out there making more money instead of gaming, well, go ahead and send them this video. Because their minds are about to be blown. For all of you that just want a couple extra hours of gaming, I got you. Okay, so the first lesson I learned in Fortnite is the more you know, the better. So obviously, as a good brother would, my little brother started playing with me in duos and trios, and I would be on the comms with him, and he would be saying, "We got footies, we got footies." I had no idea what "we got footies" meant. I then learned that it meant that there was somebody nearby us. They could hear footsteps, and I didn't know this at the time, but they could also see the footsteps on their screen that people were headed in their direction. So as a complete newbie, I had no idea that someone could be right around the corner. Unless they were actively firing their weapon, I had no idea where they were. And it was impossible to know. So one day, my brother came over, got my settings all set up properly so that I could see gunfire and footies. Now these footies have been a game changer because I always know when I'm sneaking up on somebody that doesn't have the ability to see footies set up, and it's easy to sneak up on them and get an easy elimination. Before I knew about that, I was the one easily getting eliminated. So what does that have to do with finances? Everything. The more you know, the better. The more you know about how much money you are making and how much money you can expect to earn that month versus how much money you're going to be spending, and having that knowledge, the more you know about stocks, index funds, ETFs, the more you know about the market, what you want to be invested in, the better. This type of knowledge has helped me be able to feel confident with what I invest in and also see really solid gains over the past 5 to 10 years. So the second lesson that I learned is that it is better to have something than nothing. As a fellow Fortnite player, you know that when you jump out of the party bus, everyone is starting on equal ground. No one has any weapons, everyone's in the same bus, and you get to choose when you want to jump out, and then it's a race to all of the best guns. However, sometimes you land somewhere and you just aren't finding any good guns. So you're going around, you got a bunch of common, you got like a common pistol, and no one wants a common pistol. Maybe it's some uncommon green gun, and ultimately, you don't want these weapons, and you're not gonna win with these weapons. But if you do come across somebody in the very beginning that has a common gun, and you don't have any gun, you're in for it. You're in for it, man. You're not gonna do well. You're gonna get eliminated. So you can't sit there running around chasing down all the best guns with no weapons. You need to weapon up yourself, and then you can go through, and as you keep playing, you can have the safety of knowing that you have some weapons, and you can run around looking for more, better weapons. So what does this have to do with investing? Nothing. It has nothing to do with finances. Well, I would say in the beginning, you may think, I've only got $5. I've only got $10, and I want to invest in real estate. And I can't buy this amazing home that's at a really great price right now with $5, with $10. Can't do that. So I'm gonna wait around, and I'm not gonna do anything until I can find the perfect real estate deal, and I have the money to do the investment, perfect time in the market, perfect timing, the perfect amount of money, and it's just, if it happens for you, that's great. It hasn't happened for me, not once. It hasn't happened for me once, perfectly. But what you can do, and what I did, get started with some smaller deals that are still helpful. And maybe you put $10 into a REIT. I'm thinking PSA. That's a REIT I recently just invested in myself. Or maybe you check out Fundrise. I believe the minimum investment there is $10. The idea is that you want to get your money working for you, and you want to get it invested as soon as possible, even if you don't have the perfect situation or the perfect setup quite yet. So the third thing I learned from playing Fortnite is to prepare for the worst. Now everyone wants to get that victory royale, and everybody wants to have the epic, legendary, and mythic guns. You have 5 slots for health, stealth, and guns. And just like in real life, if you go around all guns and you get shot, you're gonna get caught in a pickle. You gotta have your med kit, your green health. You gotta have your blue shield, Flowberry Fizz. And then ideally, you have your long range, close range, and then you're bouncing back and forth between your third gun. Could be an AR or an SMG, but something more in the mid-range. So obviously, us Fortnite professionals, we already know that. But when it comes to finances, what exactly does that mean? Your blue shield, your Flowberry Fizz, that's gonna be $2,000 in an emergency fund. It's just a nice shield, a nice protection from any of the first initial hits that you didn't see coming. Next is your 3 to 6 months of living expenses. That's your med kit. That if something real bad happens, you gotta be able to pull away, go hide behind a tree, find a rock, find some shelter, and use those med kits. So that's the equivalent of 6 months living expenses. Beyond that, you need your long range. You've got your sniper. Maybe you have a legendary sniper. The most legendary sniper that I know of in the finance world is a Roth IRA account, because it's taxed now and then it grows tax-free, but you can't touch it for a long period of time. You can't touch it until you're 59 and a half. So the fact that you pay taxes on it now and then it grows tax-free, all of the upside, all of the appreciation, all of the growth, all of the profit, tax-free. That's legendary. So you've got your green health, you've got your blue health, you've got your long range. Next, you have your close range, your shotgun. Now, I'm not one for the super close range, which would probably be like pulling out your knife, trying to just whack somebody with your knife. That's probably the same as day trading, in my opinion. I'm not a big day trader. I'm not a day trader at all. In this case, I'd probably be thinking about it more. Something that feels like a shotgun investment would potentially be Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up over 1,000% over the past 5 years. but it's not necessarily how I'm going to rely on winning the financial game over the long term. But I'm definitely running around with some Bitcoin in the old backpack. And in the final slot, you want something more mid-range, something that you know is gonna be solid if they're kind of far, but they're also close. Your SMG or your AR, for me that's gonna be looking like an ETF like VIG, SCHD, or even something as simple as Apple stock. And the last lesson that I learned from Fortnite is you don't always get that victory royale, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't ready up and play a game. So if you've already invested some money and it didn't go in the direction that you wanted it to, you can either sit on it, wait for it to grow, maybe you get out, I don't know, you gotta make your own decisions on that, but it doesn't mean that there aren't better investments out there where you can have more success. If I only played Fortnite one time, I actually got a victory royale on my first time because my brother was super good and they put us in a really bad group because it was my first time. But if you don't win it on your first try, or your second try, or your third try, or you feel like you haven't had a lot of success, it doesn't mean you should give up. It's as simple as trying again, trying again, trying again. And even in the beginning, the nice thing about starting off is you don't really earn any compound interest. You pretty much don't earn any interest under $100,000 saved. I just made a video about that as well, $0 to $100,000. And so you can't really screw up because getting to your first $100,000 is pretty much just you putting money into savings. And beyond $100,000, that's when your dividend snowball starts to grow, and I also just made a video about that. So you have a lot of opportunities to learn and grow within that first 100K of putting money away and watching it either grow or not, and learning what types of stocks, ETFs, or index funds you like to be in, and you just keep doing that over and over and over. So the next time someone thinks that you're wasting your time playing video games, tell them that you're investing time in financial planning. Also shout out to Daddy Jerry69, who gave me a lot of these clips, and also Timbo Shimbo. If you get eliminated by me, or you eliminate me, you'd see me as Gucci Grams.